Hi everyone. Hello again and welcome. I guess this is gonna be for Monday. I try to record these a day in advance, but just to try to be ahead of the game with all this. I'm trying. Yeah, if you're listening to it, I'm glad. I appreciate it. I'm just gonna look at some news. So I saw that Amazon is like in a uproar because apparently they're selling suicide kits. I mean, that's what it's alleged, because you have like a couple of parents saying that Amazon's selling what's listed as sodium nitrate, which apparently at a high enough concentrate can be taken and be fatal. And I guess it's used for, what is that, like salt? Just a lot of salt, right? Something. But I mean, if you're gonna be like that, you should have to outlaw a lot of things like drain cleaner, and I'm sure they have like rat poison, cyanide, even vitamins, Benadryl. Like, a lot of random supplements are deadly when you take them at a high enough volume. So, I mean, Amazon kind of already sells everything. So, why would you? I don't know. To me, it's like, oh, Prime Day is coming up, and we see if that suicide kit's on sale. Or if at least get it overnight shipped to me. That'd be convenient. Yeah, it'd be really convenient, right? To get that the next day. Today is Columbus Day, right? What is it called? Is it called Columbus Day still? Or Indigenous Day? I don't know. It trips me out how as children we were like, kind of, I don't know if you'd call it lied to, but it glossed over all the like shitty stuff that our founding fathers had to do to like make us a country. I don't know, like I'm sure Columbus fucked a lot of people the wrong way, and this is why he's all disgraced upon now, but I don't care. But this must be how Germany feels with World War II, how they talk about everything else and they're like, nah, we're not going to talk about the Holocaust. Yeah, no, nah. No, we'll talk about Volkswagens or NASA. Yeah, that's what we'll talk about. But, I mean, even as a kid, Dare was kind of a lie too, right? Like, how everyone, like, marijuana was like the worst thing in the world when I was a kid. And now everybody fucking loves marijuana. Everybody's selling it up the ass. And here I am like an idiot signing that contract when I was a kid to never take any years ago. Try to get out of that one, huh? And the food pyramid also, that was kind of a lie. What was it, like 10 servings of bread and grains or whole wheat? Like, that shit'll fucking kill you. That shit should be in the suicide kit. All those carbs. You fucking lose your legs and die a horrible fucking diabetic death. To continue on with the news, now I was reading that PayPal was updating like its terms of service or conditions to where it could fine people $2,500 for spreading quote unquote misinformation. And it looked like it was brought up with this shooting that went down here in San Antonio, where a kid was like at McDonald's just eating outside in the car, and a cop just rolled up on him with his body cam and was like, hey, comply. And the kid was all no, and he just started fucking shooting his ass through the windows and shit, and while the guy tried to drive off. And I'm like, man, I remember the other day when I was driving with my buddy and a cop car almost hit me. Like, it ran a red light and it almost hit me, and I made sure not to like run the light or go when it was green. I always watch, look both ways. And it didn't hit me. It just kind of like threw a thumbs up at me like, oh, great job avoiding me. And I'm like, man, I should have let that fucking cop car hit me. I would have been set for life with like a fucking settlement, But yeah, that video's out there if you're not squeamish. It's pretty rowdy, and it makes me want to think that those fucking cops would be better. Even a cop like that, I'd rather have in Uvalde with the fucking shooting over there. Cause yeah, the Uvalde cops don't do shit. They don't do shit. But yeah, anyways, PayPal having this whole like misinformation thing. Like, what do you even consider misinformation? You know, like, how do you judge that? But PayPal's already, they're probably trying to find any way to get money out of people because you got Cash App, you got all these other alternatives. Like, who's gonna fucking use PayPal anymore? I feel like an old man using PayPal. I still use it every now and then, and I'm surprised they haven't finded me yet for all the misinformation I spread, like all the Taylor Swift Hitler memes I do. There's another news article. I guess the iPhone 14. The iPhone 14 is calling 911 on roller coasters because it thinks it's simulating like a car crash, which I'm glad because I fucking hate roller coasters. I know my mother forced me to ride my one and only roller coaster, and it was at Six Flags here in San Antonio, the Roadrunner, and that one isn't even, that's like a kiddie roller coaster, and it still scarred me for life. So I like to think that contributes to my mental handicaps and my borderline agoraphobia, you know, where I'm just like, stoop kids afraid to leave a stoop, stoop kids afraid to leave a stoop, stoop kids afraid to leave a stoop. You remember Hey Arnold? You remember that? You remember Hey Arnold, right? Do you remember the pigeon man in Hey Arnold when he flies away at the end of that one episode? You remember when Oscar's wife kept giving him money and he was just like, you keep the money. And she's like, oh, Oscar. And he's like, you keep the money? And she's like, oh, Oscar, you keep the money. I fucking love Hey Arnold. Or that like Arnie character that looked kind of like Arnold but kind of oddly drawn. He's like a reverse Flash like version of him, like Waluigi to Luigi or Wario to Mario, you know. Did you know Waldo has a reverse Flash character? He has like an evil mustache and he's like yellow and black. And his name is, what is it? Oddlaw. His name, you know, that's Waldo backwards. Oddlaw. And I'm like, what does that do? Is he like easier to find? Like what purpose does Oddlaw serve in the Waldo like story, you know? His opposite. What does it do? I'm not sure, you know? It's kind of trippy. And I know y'all want to hear, of course, my opinions on abortion because I'm such a figure and y'all care what I think about that. Nah, I don't care. Like, I'm a man. I shouldn't have any say in that. I feel like, okay, like if it was my girlfriend or my chick and I was like the seed giver or whatever you would call it, and I had like a stake in it, you know, like it was my blood, maybe I could say something, but I would have very little percentage in that because obviously she's the one keeping it to term and it affects her body, you know? So it's more her responsibility. I'm probably like 15 to maybe 20% of it, and she's the other 80 or 85, you know? But yeah, I keep thinking a woman should have rights to her body, even though I make fun of them a lot, you know? Because I don't know, everyone's easy to make fun of, you know, especially when you're like, get back in the kitchen and get barefoot, da da da, do. But, I mean, I have two nieces, so of course, I'm gonna care that a woman can do whatever she wants. She's free to do what she wants, you know. Even if you may think it's morally wrong or morally right, maybe it's right to her, you know. But yeah, I mean, what do you think? Free thinkers are dangerous? No, women are the future. men are starting to take the back seat, you know. I get it, but I don't know. I feel like a woman should have a right to her body. That's insane, right? I wonder if like there are Republican or like porn sites for Republicans, and they have like literally a porn video of just a woman there, and she's like, "Oh yeah, you have every right to my body. You can do whatever you want." And it's like a Republican senator, like, "Oh yeah, baby, you're that. Your body belongs to me. You stupid whore," or whatever. You know, I I feel like that's a porn out there somewhere. We talk about porn a lot, right? I've told you about the different categories, like 1920s porn. I feel like that there'd be some sort of Christopher Columbus, doing whatever he wants to the Indians, and it just being a big deal to Republicans because they love that shit. They love telling women what to do. Oh yeah, baby. No, that's probably how Army Hammer is though. But he's just a sick fuck, which most actors are sick fucks, and you can't blame him because it's like that's just his thing. I don't get it. Everyone loved when 50 Shades of Grey when they did it on that fucking Twilight fan fiction bullshit. So I don't see the big deal of it really. And celebrities, they do whatever they want. Obviously, how does it affect me? I'm here trying to fucking cut coupons to buy bacon that I always buy, but at $1.50 off, or buy this baby food, get some fucking diapers for free, because I have real problems, and we're just trying to make it. That's, if I had a bunch of money, I guess I could have weird ass fucked up problems like that, where it's just like, oh, what type of rope am I gonna buy to tie up this bitch I met on Instagram, But it's whatever. Like, maybe if I get that 30 million Spotify deal, maybe I'll fucking screw my life over like that. But until then, I'm just gonna worry about fucking getting groceries for the next day and just hanging in there. But yeah, speaking of hanging in there, go on Amazon for suicide kits. No, you should, just take care, and happy Columbus Day. Go celebrate it, go have an abortion, right?